We welcome you back here to Scott Carpenter Park for the second game in a doubleheader against CSU in the Rocky Mountain Showdown. The Buffaloes winning the first game and now entering this second game, hoping to wake their bats up against a very good pitching staff today.
Yeah, on the mound for the Colorado State Rams, Chase Brickley, one of the premier pitchers in the NCBA last year. Perhaps some of us asked, we will go to it more in the game, but he is one of the best pitchers, not in the state of Colorado, but in all of club baseball across the nation. And then on the mound for the Buffaloes is Luke Livesey, who has done, this is his, I believe, his second start on the year. Has a 1.90 ERA so far with a 2.18 WHIP. So a good, good performance so far for him. We're looking for good innings for him.
For CU, they're going to need to keep their bats hot. As for Brickley, he had a 1.15 ERA last season in 70 innings of work with over 100 strikeouts. He had a great season last year, so he is going to be bringing it today. Very cold game out here, still not quite as cold as the first, but that is going to play into the game as well. Maybe not going to see quite as many big hits today, but just the CU offense going to need to get out to a hot start here to avoid getting cold later in the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they did in game one, which led to a win. The Buffs do a really, really good job if they score quickly and set that tone early on, because I guess I'm playing with confidence for the rest of the game. So if they do that, I mean, Colorado State, they won the Mid-American Division last year, so Buffs are probably walking in as underdogs, but now they have a really good opportunity to come away with 2 wins. They're hot. They're a 5-game win streak. If they win today, this game they'll be 6-2 and have a really good upper hand on the Rams, leading into, of course, what their matchup is going to be in the spring. So, yeah, it's beautiful weather. We're gonna have some good baseball today. Game 2 coming up next on Scope of Sports.
All right, we welcome you in here to the top of the first inning. I am Liam Howard on lead commentary alongside Balin Weissef. We are getting ready to get underway. Livesey on the mound for CU as Ned Thompson, the starting center fielder for Colorado State, makes his way to the plate with CSU looking to get off to a hot start in this game, try and bounce back after the first game of the doubleheader.
Yeah, the first two series for the Buffs, they went with a script for pitching. So they would have, say, like their starter was going to go the first 2 innings, and they would have a scripted bullpen for the rest of the game. But today's the first time they're letting the starter go as far as they can. We just saw Victor Moreno go 5 innings, I believe, in game 1. So we'll see how much Luke Livesey can give him.
First pitch from Livesey taken on the inside part of the plate for a strike. He jumps out ahead in the count. A 1 pitch. Swung on and hit over towards the parking lot. That could hit a car. No, that's going to end up in the street.
Slowly warming up here, Scott Carpenter Park. Still a chilly day for baseball, though.
High of 62, I believe, today. But that, honestly, I don't think it's quite made it there yet. This pitch fouled back as well. Now 2 strikes on Thompson. Oh, 2 pitch. And this one lined into center field, and that is going to get down for a base hit as CSU leads off the game. Ned Thompson with a base hit.
Well, some of the Buffs did a good job in game 1 of getting that leadoff runner out. That just sets a tone for the rest of the inning. Gets a pitcher with a little bit more, confidence to go the rest of the frame. So it's all right. They can play. The Buffs have done a good job also limiting damage as well when they do get runners on. So not too worried, but double play ball in the mind for the infielders right now.
Shortstop Camden Lane up to the plate now for Colorado State. Fouled straight back. That'll get back over the netting. Oh, 1 pitch, catcher setting up outside. This ball on the ground could be 2, and it gets by the third baseman. That is McGinnis at third base as it just ate him up on that hop. Ball will be thrown back in.
McGinnis normally so good there at the hot corner. I could definitely see a Finn Simones in short and McGinnis over there in third. Once spring comes around, he's normally really good at those plays. That ball had a weird bounce at the edge of the grass, just got by him.
So now runners aboard on first and second for Colorado State. Nobody out in the inning with their third batter of the inning, Ryan Lay, up to the plate, and he lays down a bunt. The 3-hole hitter going for a bunt, and there will be no time to make the throw. So an infield hit on the bunt for Ryan Lay. And wow, a 3-hole hitter setting up to bunt, and it pays off for the Rams. Now Lawson Daw up to the plate. Designated hitter for the Rams with a great opportunity to do some damage here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Corner's playing in for the Rams, or for the Buffs, excuse me. Pitch inside, that'll be a ball. Here's the pitch. This pitch taken outside. So now 2-0 hitters count.
DH in the cleanup spot. This is the reason that they put these hitters in this position.
Oh, and this pitch runs in and gets him. So now the Rams take the lead 1-0. not the start that the Buffaloes were hoping for, having to face some good pitching on the mound today.
Yeah, a little bit of a shaky start from Livesey here. We've seen some good stuff from him this year, so this is a little uncharacteristic, but in my mind, he just gets that one out, and then the rest of the inning will start rolling. So bases loaded. Anything in the infield here will be good for the Buffs defense. He got force on any base. Double play would definitely switch the confidence level for the rest of the frame.
Now going to be Jacob Crosby to the plate. First pitch taken for a strike. Crosby, the starting left fielder for the Rams. Hoping to add on some extra damage here. This pitch taken low. Crosby looking for his pitch to hit here. Some big gaps in that outfield. Hoping to jump on the pitcher with the bases loaded. This pitch popped straight back, going to get into foul territory. Riker Pawlowski on deck for the Rams.
Massive lead over his second base.
This pitch taken outside as well.
I think I'm just going with Remy. Like 2 probably.
Livesey going to need to start attacking this hitter. Got to try and do some contact. Get something rolling in this inning. Another pitch taken outside. Full count.
So the Buffs had the gift of not needing to go into their bullpen until the very late stages of Game 1. Obviously, only a 7-inning game, so we'll see. We'll see if we're starting to see some action in the bullpen. Nothing yet so far. But you know, the first team to go in the bullpen. Like I said, Game 1.
This ball driven out to left center field, going to be caught. Tagging is the runner at third. Throw coming in, and oh, it's cut off. No chance at a play at the plate. So the Rams will score, and it is now 2-0 CSU. So now Riker Pawlowski up to the plate for Colorado State with runners at first and second.
You know, with bases loaded, obviously, you know, walking back to the dugout, that isn't out, but you are doing your job. Sacrifice fly. Any runs right now early
Ball
in the game
gets
will help
away, and no chance at a throw. The runners advance to third and second. Will likely be scored as a pass ball.
Two runners in scoring position eliminates the force at first here. Still need 2 outs this inning.
And the double play going up in smoke on that passed ball. Now gonna have to battle back. Foul ball straight backwards, just underneath it. Pawlowski taking a sizable hack there, looking to do some more damage for his Rams. This ball in the dirt as well, but a good block behind the plate by Lesh, and that'll keep the runner at third.
Yeah, Charlie Leash, about one of, I want to say, probably 3 rotating catchers that they have. Done a good job there by saving that ball. Could have potentially saved a run.
This pitch taken low as well. We have 3-1 count here to Pawlowski. Do have a base open here.
Rams doing a good job of setting up Chase Brickley on the bump, giving him a little bit of a cushion of runs to start.
3-1 pitch. Gets away from him, and that will be a walk. So it does set up the double play, but the bases are back loaded. And that is going to bring Andra Gregory to the plate, the second baseman for the Rams.
With bases loaded, infield got to be sharp. First and third, playing on the edge of the grass. The ball could come in quick.
First pitch to Gregory. And this one is lofted out into left field, and that is going to drop in front of the left fielder. Throw coming into third base, but the runner will be safe. And it's an RBI base hit for Andra Gregory.
Oh, bloop hit there, shallow left field. Shortstop Bryce Smith couldn't get to it. Did his job there, drives in another run for the Rams. Buffs playing from behind here in game 2.
Now the catcher, Dylan Strouch, to the plate for Colorado State.
The 8th hitter of the inning. Similar starts to game 1, how the Buffs nearly hit around in the first.
This pitch taken up and in for ball 1. The Rams already doing some damage in this inning. Hitting around, would hope to hit around to try and respond to how the Buffalo started last game. This ball in the dirt, but another stop behind the plate.
Rams have already matched their run total from game 1. See if they can surpass that here, only 1 out.
Here's a pitch. And that one in the dirt as well for ball 3. Another dangerous hitter's count.
Colorado State is not swinging. Being very selective with their pitches, so once Livesey put it over to the plate, they put good contact on it. Really good plate discipline from Colorado State.
Taking all the way there, and he will take strike 1. Livesey going to stay in this count here, needs to battle back. Could be trying to generate some soft contact here for a double play. 3-1 pitch is taken outside, and a run will come in to score, as it is now a 4-0 game with the Rams leading.
So Andrew Garcia coming out for the mound visit. Good timing. Possibly could have happened a little bit earlier, but you need to stay grounded. Still early. There's a lot of baseball left to be played. Just need to get that contact hit to get the double play.
Double play would really turn this inning around. Hoping a mound visit's going to get this straightened out. The Buffaloes were, as we mentioned in the pregame, hoping to have a hot start here with a good pitcher on the mound for CSU, and not the start that they've been hoping for to this point. But now with the 9-hole hitter, Drew Vassar, to the plate for Colorado State, they are going to hope to generate that double play ball. First pitch taken.
This is already the most hitters that the Buffs will have to face in one inning in this series. They got through majority of the Rams hitters, about, say, 3 to 6 batters per inning in game 1. A little uncharacteristic here.
Working that low part of the zone. That is where you want to go if you're looking for that double play ball. Just have to actually make sure we're throwing strikes with a couple of walks at this point in the inning. And this ball chopped on the ground. Here's the pitch. This one hit on the ground, and that's going to split the gap of the infield. 1 run in to score. Throw going down to third. He will be safe at third base. Another run coming in to score in the process. as the Rams have jumped out to a 6-0 lead off the two RBI double from Drew Vassar.
Colorado State will hit around here in the first. Not the start that you want for the Buffaloes. Offense going to need to do a lot of work. There's 7 innings of play.
Ned Thompson back up to the plate for the Rams. First pitch taken high for a ball. The script has felt flipped to start this game as the Rams have now jumped all over the Buffaloes, as opposed to that first game where CU's bats were hot to start the game. This ball fouled straight back. It's going to be a even 1-1 count to Ned Thompson.
Colorado trying to preserve their 5-game win streak. And they sit 5-2 record. Rams now 5-3.
This ball on the ground. Great play out at short. Throw to first. He is out. So 1 run does come in to score on the play, but there are now 2 down for the Buffaloes with Camden Lane up to the plate.
Fielder's choice RBI.
First pitch swung on and driven into foul territory. That will get out of play.
Wonderful to see Matt Longstreet on the mound here. He has been the leading pitcher for the Buffs this season. See if he'll get some time in the bullpen.
This pitch taken outside.
That was only 2. Update: Longstreet scratch from the lineup. Illness, that could be the difference. He's arguably the ace of the team so far. I believe he also has a 0.0 ERA through 6 innings of work so far.
This pitch gets away. No runner advancing. Runner will stay put at third. Some good blocking behind the plate for Leash. Two and 1 pitch on the way to Lane. This ball driven in the air over to left field, giving chase is Walsh, and he makes the play, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. The Rams jumping all over the Buffaloes in the first as they take the lead 7-0. Buffs up to bat next. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for the Buffaloes, Zach Andrews, the starting right fielder. Buffaloes down early, going to need to have a productive first inning here to try and get back into this game with Brickley on the mound. First pitch, swung on and driven into foul territory. 0-1 count. Pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Quick 0-2 count. 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. Remains 0-2.
We've talked about Chase Brickley and the ace that he is for Colorado State. Last year, 70.2 innings pitched, recorded 128 strikeouts, only a 1.15 ERA. As good as it gets for Brickley. We'll see if the Buffs can get to him.
This pitch driven out into right field. Gonna float, and it'll be down. Catch not able to be made. Near collision by the second baseman and the right fielder. That was Gregory and Vassar. Now gonna be Jared Walsh to the plate.
Hit in the books for Andrews.
This pitch in the dirt, and Andrews going to advance easily to second and take a nice round there. Ball got by the catcher, Strouch there. Jared Walsh to the plate, the starting center fielder for the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss over top of that one.
Cash Mardeau's on deck. He's seen his fair time on the mound. If he can channel his two-way player and get a hit.
This pitch swung on and missed as well. Now 2 strikes in the count for Jared Walsh. Mound visit here for Brickley. Getting on the same page with Stall. One and 2 pitch. Check swing, yes he did go. And that will be a strikeout for Brickley. So Walsh is set down for the first out of the inning.
Velocity showed on that one. Brickley can put some arm on his pitches, blow it past his Buffs hitters.
Cash Mardeau is the first baseman for the Buffaloes up to the plate. Runner in scoring position. Need to get something started here. The first pitch can be taken low for a 1-0 count. Time called.
Colorado State won the Mid-American West Conference. Last year got a bid into the regional tournament, although they finished below 500, 15-17 on the year. With a little asterisk because the Rams did play more varsity colleges than other teams in the conference did. The Buffs finished with a better record overall, but we're just behind the Rams in the conference.
Pitch from Brickley. Also going to be taken for a ball. Quick 2-0 count here to Mardeau's. Sizable lead there at second. This ball hit on the ground. It'll get by Brickley. Throw to first will be in time, and he's out. Despite the sliding attempt at first base, runner does advance to third on the play.
You gotta love the effort shown there from Cash Mardeau. He's getting dirty, diving over to first. Still fairly out, but Love getting the jersey dirty, showing that effort.
Nathan Tunks, the designated hitter, up to the plate, batting in the 4th spot today for the Buffaloes. 2 down in the inning and a runner at 3rd. First pitch taken for a strike. Good secondary there at 3rd base for Zach Andrews. Timing up Brickley between each of these pitches. That one taken right down the middle for strike 2. Now Tunks quickly finding himself in a hole. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Taken. Oh, and he rings him up. Strike 3. Tunks goes down on strikes. The Buffaloes go into the 2nd inning, still trailing 7-0. Ryan Lay up to the plate to start the 2nd inning for Colorado State. Livesey still on the mound for the Buffaloes. Hoping for a much more efficient inning this time around after he struggled in the 1st. The Buffaloes in a 7-0 hole early in this game.
And I am new here. My name is Colby Wyatt. I will be your analyst for this inning.
First pitch of the 2nd is going to be lined out into right field, and that'll get down for another leadoff base hit. The Rams starting off back-to-back innings with a leadoff base runner.
Yeah, that not the hardest.
First pitch to Lawson Daw, the designated hitter for the Rams. Going to be taken upstairs for ball 1. Decent lead over there at first from Ryan Lay. This ball fouled straight back. That'll even out the count at 1-1.
1-1 count here. Both sides like 1-1 count. Nice little wash.
This pitch taken, or it's going to be a pickoff over to first base. Checking on Lay over there as he was getting a pretty sizable lead. Another pickoff over there. Lay will be back in easily.
I'm interested to see if he'll try it a third time. Third time is the charm.
Trying to keep his base runners honest this inning. And this pitch popped up into foul territory. That will get out of play and bounce over into the street.
Some better pitches to the second at bat of this inning here.
He seems much more dialed in, a lot better control of the strike zone. Coming out to pitch off the bat. Oh, and here's and now a liner, hit and run on for the Rams. This ball is gonna drop. Although it hung in the air, so Lay will hold up at second base. Wasn't sure if that was going to be caught, so he hung up there, but runners on first and second, double play still in order here, but no outs in the inning for the Rams as Jacob Crosby comes to the plate.
Yeah, you saw Lay kind of get caught in an awkward spot there where he was stealing, but then he didn't know if the outfielders were going to catch the ball out of the air and he'd have to run back, or if he'd be able to just keep going forward. But played very nicely for him.
Lay attracting a lot of attention from Livesey. A lot of motion over there at second base. This pitch swung on and missed. Crosby taking a healthy size hack. Pulled his head a bit on that pitch.
If you're the pitcher, that gives you a little bit of confidence. Seeing him just absolutely miss on that one, love it.
Now maybe switching up the pitch here. Could see something off speed. Swing and a miss once again. 2 strikes now to Crosby after a couple sizable hacks. 1-2 pitch from Livesey. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
After that first inning, that strikeout right there is just a real confidence booster. 3 pitches, 3 swings and misses. He's got to be feeling just a little bit better about himself.
Huge bounce back and a great way to answer by Livesey there, as now the first baseman, Riker Poblowski, will be up to the plate following the strikeout. Pitch taken outside, and the runners both stealing. No throw down to either base. Pitch taken for a strike. So, correction, we actually have Owen Plunkett on the mound this inning. He's trying to battle back in. There's a strike taken. The strike zone has been on the outside part of the plate. It has been consistently there to this point, so I'm going to see how consistent that remains throughout the game. Crowding the plate. Pitch from Plunkett is going to be hit on the ground. Charging as the shortstop throw to first will get away. It sails and bounces off the front of the dugout. Throw back to the plate, and he misses the tag. He's safe at home plate, and the Rams score a run.
Man, and that's just not only a tough break for the Buffs as a team, but terrible break for Plunkett. That was a good pitch. That was not on the plate at all. He had Poblowski really had to reach for that. I'm surprised he even made contact, and it's just soft right to the shortstop and just a bad throw there, and this is what happens.
Off balance throw from the shortstop. Smith out there, and did make a good effort trying to charge it, but a run scores as a result. Going to be Andra Gregory to the plate now for the Rams with a runner at first.
He singled last time. Probably looking for a double this time if I had to guess.
Looking to just add more damage regardless for the Rams right now as they want to give their pitcher a sizable lead. This pitch taken for a strike on that outside part of the plate once again. Pickoff over to first base. First baseman unable to hang on to it.
You know, at this point in the inning, I'm not sure if keeping the runners in check should be his biggest priority. I think he really needs to focus on this batter right here.
Needing to attack the batter in a liner over into foul territory. That will bounce off the Buffaloes dugout for a foul ball.
I like that pitch a lot. Keep it inside side of the plate. Forces a foul.
Working that bottom part of the zone, still looking for that elusive double play that would really turn the momentum of this game on its head. Pitch from Plunkett, runner goes. Throw down to second will not be in time. But it was a strikeout looking for Andra Gregory. So there will now be 2 outs in the inning.
See, but as I was saying, he didn't need to worry about keeping the runner in check because now there is a runner on second, right? But there's 2 outs.
Yep.
So now, again, forget about the runner. Focus on the batter. Let's get out of this inning.
Well, it does not appear he was listening to you as a pickoff follows immediately. Rams doing a good job of being aggressive on the base paths, making the Buffalo's pitchers think about them. But now to the plate is going to be Dylan Strouch, the catcher for the Rams. First pitch on the way. That'll be in there for a strike. Buffaloes were able to find their groove in starting pitching in the last game, but have not been so successful in this game. But needing to turn to that bullpen, they're going to need to see if this is a good time here in fall baseball to find a spark there that can carry you through the season. Pitch on the way for a strike.
As you said before, that side of the plate, just right outside right there, that has been consistent this whole game.
It's been going both ways. We saw a couple Buffs players getting a few calls out there that they were a bit opposed with, but the umpire continuing to call it for the Rams as well, as that pitch taken outside for a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that one was a little too far out.
A little too far. Now this ball driven out into left field. It'll be back at the track, and it's caught. That is the left fielder, Walsh, out there making a great play running into the wall. Excuse me, Zach Andrews out in left field. What a play that was as he ran into the wall, giving up his body for his team to make the great catch. And we'll now go to the bottom of the second.
And now here we are, bottom of the second. Charlie Lesh starting things off here. And he will look at a called ball.
That pitch was in a pretty good location for Brickley, though, but the Buffalo's getting the benefit of the
Not good
count
enough
there.
for the umpire as we take pitch 2 here. That's called high. We'll get an early 2-0 count.
Just do whatever y'all want. No worries.
And he swings through that one. We are now looking at a 2-1 count. We'll see what the pitcher decides to do here.
This pitch.
Makes contact. That lands right at the feet of the center fielder. He is in safely at first.
That was a pitch right in the same location as we saw the first pitch of that at bat, but he was ready for it that time around. Was able to swing on it, drive it right back up the middle. This pitch fouled off, straight back. Up to the plate is going to be Thomas Klein, the center fielder for the Buffaloes. Charlie Lesh with some good speed over there at first base. This is a good opportunity here for the Buffaloes to try and turn this game around, get some more offense generated, which has been hard to come by to this point in the game. This pitch taken high for a ball. Pickoff over to first base. He will be back in safely. So I was mentioning that speed. That's what Brickley is trying to keep in check right now. Still getting a sizable lead over there at first, however. This pitch fouled off. Went straight back.
That looked like an uncomfortable swing there. He was lucky to get a piece of it.
Took a bit of a step to the outside of the batter's box with that swing. It kind of pulled him away from the plate. Now 1-2 count. Pitch from Brickley. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And now that's going to be one down for the Buffaloes, as is now going to be Max McGinnis to the plate.
Yeah, Thomas Klein did not look comfortable in that at-bat right there. We'll have to see what he could do in his next one. But moving on now, let's see what McGinnis can do.
It's going to be a major game of adjustments for the Buffaloes, as they have started off slow here. That pitch taken high and outside for a ball to McGinnis. Got to be careful of that low pitch. Could be looking for the double play here. Got to get under it. This pitch high, throw down to first. He is in there safely. Did not elect to slide back in. Bit of a close call there.
That was a good move from the catcher, Strouch there.
Swing and a miss. He took a very sizable hack on that pitch, was looking to do some damage with it. Just outside for a ball, going to make it a 3-1 count. McGinnis looking for his pitch here from Brickley. This pitch coming up to inside on him and just underneath it on that swing. Gonna be a full count now for McGinnis.
Full count. I'm interested to see what type of pitch he brings here.
Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. McGinnis not happy after that, as Brickley was able to bounce back from being down 3-1 to a strikeout. So now it'll be the shortstop, Bryce Smith, to the plate, trying to finally do some damage for the Buffaloes, as he remains their last hope of this inning. Foul ball straight backwards.
Thank God for the net. That would have been right back at us. Now he's settling in for the second pitch here in this 0-1 count.
Pitch to Smith. Gonna be taken high. Couldn't quite get the break on that off-speed pitch that he wanted.
Man, and those pitches like that, like those, good job to lay off because they look so tempting to hit.
That was what cost McGinnis his last at-bat. Is this pitch taken on that outside corner once again for a strike? Both pitchers have been using that outside part of the plate to their advantage to this point. So that's where the majority of the strikes looking have been generated. Swing and a miss. Pitch way up in the zone. And so the Buffs go down without a run scored in the inning. As we go to the top of the third, the Buffs still trailing.
Welcome back. We are now at the top of the third as Drew Vassar digs in, ready to take this first pitch. My name is Colby Wyatt. I am now your play-by-play commentator.
And I'm Liam Howard, now switching over to color commentary.
And he sends that one sky high right to the left fielder who's under it and has it no problem. That is the first out of the inning there. Drew Vassar could not get it over Walsh's head, sorry.
That is a key out there for the Buffaloes as they've had leadoff runners on base, or the Rams have had leadoff runners on base to start the last two innings, so getting a quick out there is huge for their momentum.
And that one's right to the third baseman, and the throw is just off. Now he's rounding first, going to second. No throw at all. He is standing at second base. That will go down. What do you think that'll go down?
E5.
E5.
Yeah, just a rushed throw there, and these are the types of mistakes that are going to be biting the Buffaloes in a game where you're down by this much.
Now Camden Lane is is up next. He swings on the first pitch, just foul.
Now for Plunkett, gonna have to try and wipe away the error and keep that out of his head as he tries to attack these next few batters.
He's checking on the runner, but here's the 0-1 pitch. That is just off the plate. That is ball. This is now a 1-1 count. And he tries to pick off the runner at second to no avail. Ned Thompson was able to get back with plenty of time. He tries again. Ned Thompson is back safe.
To no avail means with no success.
Oh, no avail. So he said to no avail.
And now finally he'll throw the pitch. And that is also launched straight up. Center fielder will get under it and make the catch. Klein is able to bring that in, no problem. Ned Thompson back to second.
2 quick outs here for the Buffaloes. This is something that Plunkett's got to be very happy about, knowing that he can rely on his defense here. Also got to help ease the pain of that E5, which could have led this to be a 1-2-3 inning.
Now Ryan Lay is trying to get back on base again. Won't have a chance on that one. That one's too far outside for an easy called ball there. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Also outside, runner is stealing, and he is in with plenty of time. Wouldn't have mattered if he wasn't in time, because McGinnis dropped the ball anyways. But either way, the Rams now have a runner at third here.
Plunkett doing a good job of keeping his runners honest, but then after a few times not picking off, that's what happens.
And now that pitch leads to a 3-0 count. Of course, there's no... Oh, never mind. We are going to have a quick meeting real quick. But as I was saying, as those two talk it out, you really can just walk him here. First base is wide open, and you have a 3-0 count. You don't want to leave anything over the plate. Might be the right move to just walk him here.
Plunkett appearing to be favoring his throwing arm a little bit here.
And here's a 3-0 pitch. That one hits the bottom of the zone for a strike. 3-1 now.
That's right where you want to put that. That's a pitch you can't do a ton of damage with. Can't really get that lifted up into the air, and it's still right over the middle for a strike.
Another pitch. That one swings right back to the pitcher, and he is able to make that throw nice and easy to first base. And now we'll take a break. And now we are back. It is bottom of the third. Tyler Thyme is stepping into the box as the Buffs are down 9-0. My apologies, Tyler Thyme. Anyways, he tries to get a bunt off there, but he just tips it and it goes straight behind him.
Buffaloes haven't been able to get a whole lot of offense generated yet. Going to have to start going with something a little different and, yeah, starting it off with a leadoff bunt attempt.
Here's a 0-1 pitch. Called strike there.
That outside part of the plate remaining consistent.
0-2 pitch. And he is able to just barely get a piece of that one. Sends it straight right, and he will see another pitch.
Brickley continuing to use that outside part of the plate to his advantage, forcing some swings that are a bit uncomfortable for all the Buffs hitters.
0-2 again.
And
he shows some discipline there.
That was a pretty filthy pitch there. He shook about 5 times. He knew exactly what he wanted to throw.
Correction, we have a 2-2 pitch. That one falls inside again. It is now 3-2.
Full count here. Now this is where you got to look for that off-speed pitch that's going to be breaking towards that outside part of the plate.
Now it is full count here. And he swings through that.
Just pulled his head on that one. Was looking to do a little bit too much in a 3-2 count there, but that's just not the type of offense you need when you're trailing by 9. You got to just string some hits together.
And now here is Zach Andrews, the right fielder. He watches that one go outside. 1-0 count. And then that one goes, that's a called strike there, catches the inside part of the plate. And now we're even here at a 1-1 count.
It's a nasty looking pitch, starts way up and inside on the hitter and breaks down towards the middle of the plate.
And that one gets a lot of power on it, but it goes the wrong way. 1-2 count. And he turns on that, straight to the third baseman. He throws, and the throw is in time. He is out at first base.
That was a great throw there by the third baseman, Lay. Got a lot behind that. Fielded that about directly behind the bag. Was able to make an accurate throw. That was just a great play over there at the hot corner.
Now we have Jared Walsh. After a competitive at-bat there, we'll see what pitcher does. And
Brickley,
that right there is called strike. We have an 0-1 count.
Brickley's been aggressive on these hitters early in counts, attacking the zone, and then he starts to work in the off-speed stuff.
That one's on the outside part of the plate, but good enough to get a swing. 0-2. And here's the pitch. Makes contact with that one. Goes straight. Third base. Oh, and is the shortstop, Lane, who is able to grab that one. Had to go a lot of distance to get that ball. As that will do it for the bottom of the third. We will see you at the top of the fourth. And we are back at his top of the fourth as Lawson Daw, the DH, is getting ready to hit here for the Rams, who are also up 9-0 on the Buffs. Here's the first pitch, and he swings on it, goes just foul. Buffs are lucky that one wasn't just a little bit to the right. It would have been hard to get to for the left fielder, Walsh.
Buffs electing to leave Plunkett on the mound after that quick inning he had last time.
That one goes straight up, still in play. First baseman Andrews is able to get that no problem. That is the first out of the inning here as Jacob Crosby, the Rams left fielder and a lefty, gets ready. The first pitch, outside for a ball. Early 1-0 count here. That one hits the dirt for the second ball. Now we have a 2-0 pitch. And that one looked like it might have been a called ball, but he is able to get a swing for a 2-1 count.
He's been working the outside part of the plate on him in this at-bat. Now might attack the inside. There it is.
Yep. That one is down and inside. Now he is one ball away from walking the batter. We'll see if that changes his strategy.
One down here in the inning. You're not too worried about it. Mostly don't want to generate some big contact.
And he's able to get that one right to the shortstop, though. And that is not thrown in time. He is safe at first. Crosby showing off his speed as Smith is not able to make the throw in time.
That was a good play by Smith. Charged that ball, and he got a very good and accurate throw on it. Just couldn't quite get there in time, and a good show of speed there by Crosby.
Now we got first baseman Riker Poblowski settling in. Plunkett checking the runner at first, not going to do anything about it. And that is hammered foul over the fences. Could not quite see where it landed.
This is he's starting to work off that top part of the zone here, but wouldn't be shocked if with the runner at first looking for the double play, we start to see the pitches move towards the bottom outer corner.
0-1 pitch. Oh, and that grazes him. Yep. And so now there will be a runner on first and second.
That's the issue with trying to set that lower outside pitch up, is if you let one sail on you, then it's going to come up and in on a righty hitter, and that's what it'll cost you right there.
Now Andre Gregory will get 2 runners on. We'll see if he can do anything. And that's another inside pitch there for a ball. 1-0 count. Do you think having 2 runners on changes Plunkett's strategy?
I think he's still going to just be working on managing those runners and looking for that double play, but while he has been doing a good job of managing the runners, he has at points let it get into his head a little bit too much, and so he's got to find that balance.
As there was a called strike there for a 1-1 count. The runner takes off, but it won't matter because he hits the batter. That's 2 straight batters hit, and now the bases are loaded. Now they're going to go out and talk to him.
Time called here. We could be
Maybe
seeing a
see it.
pitching change as
Could be.
Plunkett was favoring that arm in the last inning, and now coming out losing a bit of control at the start of this inning as well.
Yep. Definitely not good for the Buffs right here. Bases loaded. And bases loaded, 1 out. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Gonna elect to leave him in there. I do find this interesting. His pitch count's starting to get up there a little bit, and he's as I said, he was favoring that arm at the end of the last inning. Still continuing to do that right now, but the Buffs deciding to leave him out there.
Yeah, this is his 40th pitch, so it is getting up there for the amount of time he's been in. But we'll see what he does against Dylan Strauch. And the answer is throw inside. That's a called ball.
That was a strike, actually, I believe.
Oh, sorry,
Called strike there.
I missed the motion from the umpire there.
Wasn't very loud with it.
Now that one's a called ball.
That first pitch was very deceiving. It even deceived definitely deceived the batter there, as it was a running fastball that really just broke in on that inside corner of the plate.
1-1 pitch. He swings barely right to the first baseman. He throws home and is able to get the force out at home. A great move.
That was a smart play there by the first baseman. As he was there at this point in the game, you got to prevent whatever runs you can, and you got to force it home. And so that was great awareness to know where to go with that ball.
Mendoza just showing off some intelligence there, knowing to just go home. Don't even look behind him because, well, I mean, frankly, even if he did look behind him, there was no one there at first to throw to. So fantastic play to get the force out. And now we got Drew Vassar. And he hits that just foul. To give him his first strike and create an 0-1 count. Bases are still loaded, but there are 2 strikes. I mean 2 outs, sorry, there are 2 outs. And that is hammered into center field. He's running after it, and it's just out of reach, and he's on his stomach. The ball's still on the ground. Finally throws it in, and he'll hold a runner at third, but 3 runners scored as Vassar gets a standing triple there. Clears the bases, and that will make it 12-0.
Key to note as well, the Rams have an arm working in the bullpen over there. Can't quite see who it is from here. It could potentially just be Brickley staying warm with how long this inning has been for the Rams. But at this point, you're feeling like you're up by this much, and we might start to see some of their pitchers they're wanting to get some fresh experience to.
Calls that one a strike. Creates an 0-1 count here on Ned Thompson, the center fielder. And that one's a swinging strike for an 0-2 count. Good pitch there.
He's doing a good job setting up for that outside pitch. Could potentially see it thrown here again.
And another swinging strike for strike 3, and that will end the top of the inning. Rams do a lot of damage there. We'll see if the Buffs can do anything about it when we get to the bottom. We are back now, bottom of the fourth. Buffs have a lot to make up as the score is 12-0, but the Rams do have a new pitcher. Ryan Lay is on the mound. And that first pitch is called strike on Cash Mardoz, the first baseman, who is leading off the inning.
Lay working with some tempo here to start the inning.
And that is a foul ball right there. No play to be made as we now have an 0-2 count.
While Lay is a righty, his delivery is very different as he has a much more over-the-top delivery as opposed to Brickley.
That one goes foul again. Almost the same exact spot there. Count stays 0-2. And he barely makes contact with that one. And it bounces foul. Thankful. Mardoz has got to be thankful it bounced foul, or else he would have been easily thrown out of first. And that is bounced right to the shortstop, but he's not able to come up with it. That will be an E6.
Wasn't able to eliminate that hop and had to take it on a short hop right there, so that's a really tough play to make, and a lot of hacks taken there by Mardoz. Very aggressive in that at-bat.
Yep, good at bat there. To go down 0-2, but to stay in it and able to force an error on the shortstop and be in at first. As we now have Nathan Tunks, who just watched a ball go by him for a called ball. We have a 1-0 count. And it looked like he didn't want to swing at that one, but he could not stop himself. 1-1 count here.
Buffaloes need to get something going soon. They are capable of late rallies. We saw that against Air Force, but you got to get it going sooner because they're quickly running out of time.
Another almost checked swing there, as that will be it for him. He is walking back to the dugout. That is a strikeout for Lay. Lay's first strikeout. And now we have Charlie Lesh as he sends that one over the backstop into the street.
For Lesh, this is a point in the game where you got this double play set up, and this needs to be a big inning for the Buffaloes. So you got to make sure you're getting under these pitches and able to get something in the air. You don't want a ground ball right here.
Yep, as there's a called time there on the 0-1 pitch. That is a ball. It's now 1-1 here. And that pitch is also called a ball outside off the plate. We now have a 2-1 count. Two-one count there. Couldn't stop himself from swinging. Would have been a strike anyways. And the runner steals. There will be no throw. Oh, my apologies. It was a walk anyways.
And that's something I've been looking to see a bit more from the Buffaloes in this game. They haven't been. One of their keys to last game is, especially in that first inning, they were very aggressive on the base paths, and there hasn't been a lot of steal attempts. They've been getting good leads, just not really stealing bases. And I think that's what they're going to need to do if they want to get back into this game.
Yep. Now, one out, runner on first and second, as Thomas Klein takes a strike. Here's the pitch. Another strike. That's 2 watched strikes now in this at-bat. And that one will be 2 inside. So now we have a 1-2 count.
bottom dropping out of a few of these pitches here. Could be poised for a fastball.
Yep, as he swings through that one, he strikes out. That is Lay's second strikeout. Now Richie sends one in the gap and outfield to the wall, and runs will score. As that is a stand-up double, he's able to score a run and move another runner to third. Great piece of hitting there from Richie.
Yeah, that's a huge play right there. Even though it's only going to be able to get one across, these are the types of things you need to get going with. That's their first real big hit of the game and first hit with runners in scoring position there. And so that's the first step to turning this game around if they're going to at this point.
Now Bryce Smith here. Let's see if he can get some more runs for the Buffs after that RBI double. Another strike. Swing and a miss there from Smith.
Smith has had a few of those today where he's been looking to do a lot of damage and pulling his head out, and that's
and another swing and a miss for strike two there. 1-2 count.
Gotta go for a shorter approach here, quicker to the ball.
Ball is at his head, way too high. 2-2 count. And here's the pitch. He barely gets a piece of that one, sends it behind him. We will do this again.
That was a better job just trying to generate some contact there. He's been out in front of all the ones he swung at so far to this point, so now he's just got to try and figure out how he can poke to the opposite field and maybe get a runner or two in.
Not on that ball, as that is too far outside for a 3-2 count.
He's working that outside part of the plate. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to it here. You got to just stay with the path of the ball and send it the other way.
And he sends that one over our heads, over the backstop, probably into the street.
Smith doing a good job staying alive in this at-bat. He shortened up that approach and knows that he knows what job he needs to do for his team here.
And first base is open, so we'll see what he does. As he sends that one sky high right to the first baseman, who backtracking is able to make the grab to end the bottom of the fourth. The score is now 12-2, a 10-run difference. We will see you at the top of the fifth.
So we are back at Scott Carpenter Park. Colorado State Rams lead the Buffs in the second game of the doubleheader. 12-2, mercy rule territory. If the Buffs are not able to cut the deficit to single digits in this inning. But we'll start with the top of the fifth as the Rams will look to add on. Jared Walsh, the new pitcher for the Buffaloes. And we'll see what the lefty can do. As the Buffs start struggling today, but when the new pitcher came in after Brickley exited, that one seared to third and off the glove of the third baseman, McGinnis, for Richie Bibberosh, rather. And that will put a Ram on first to start this inning.
Not exactly where you want to be if you're the Buffs. You are in mercy rule territory. Then again, you had a dominant first game, so I mean, walking off of this one hurts for sure.
That pitch swung on and missed, but to the backstop, and the runner will go to second and thought about third. Using my best judgment, this may be a pinch hitter. So I heard Derek from the dugout, so I'm going to settle for Derek Wells at the plate for Colorado State. That ball fouled away.
Oh, just over the booth. And judging by the horns honking behind us on Arapahoe Avenue, that may have gone into the street.
That ball looped over to short and hits the ground, but the play by the shortstop is in time for the first out. Bryce Smith with the made play, and that'll bring up the third batter of this inning for the Rams with one out and a runner on second. That pitch inside. Grounded over to the third base dugout for a foul ball. And Walsh starting his inning pretty strong, looking to keep the Buffs. This game is quite out of hand, but if the Buffs can string together a few hits next inning, they can stay alive. That one lofted off out to shallow left, and it'll drop between the shortstop and the left fielder for a base hit. So a solid approach, and that'll put runners on the corners for the Rams.
There's a chance here for CSU to take this to the house by the end of this inning.
Yeah, and for the Buffs, you got to be happy with the split. You know, the series, just a 2-game doubleheader with no series finale tomorrow. Fouled away. As meanwhile in Tucson, the Buffs just converted a fourth down football team.
So as we as broadcasters, we do multitask up here.
Yeah. I mean, I know we've done it we've said the phrase a couple of times, but we got to do the Kevin Harlan call in both games. That one chopped over the head of the third baseman. Bibberosh couldn't quite get there, and that'll bring in a run for the Rams. It's 13-2.
If you're CSU here, you're just trying to end this game right here as quickly as possible. And that's what we're seeing.
So that would mean the Buffs need to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game going. Walsh settles in and deals a ball upstairs. one in the dirt. As it's gotten a lot hotter as the day's gone on. Started in the 40s this morning for game one, but skies have cleared out and got a little warm in my quarter zip outside by the second camera we got going.
Oh yeah, when I was down there for the first couple of innings before Harrison took over for me, I was sweating. I was actually breaking a sweat, and I was very surprised. It's a welcomed change to what we came to this morning, for sure. And
Walsh misses for a walk, and that will load the bases. So the Rams threatening to put this game even further out of reach. It corners in for the Buffaloes. Tapered off foul ball to the right side. So for these Buffs, albeit this result holds, they would move them to 5-3 in the fall season, and for the Rams, 6-3. Swing and a miss. Walsh with a solid off-speed action to get the Ram out in front. There's the pitch, and it's up and away. 1-2. Infield protecting the runs from scoring here, just focused on getting a ground ball, and with the force at home, Buffs hoping to maybe turn a double play even. It was another great outing from Chase Brickley of the Rams, the ace of that pitching staff, as that pitch misses down. 3-2. Count is full, nowhere to put anybody. Pitch 24 of the inning for Walsh. And they'll call time. Pitch misses up and in, and oh wow. Called strike 3. Walsh probably knowing he got away with one there, though maybe it was just I'll just consider it an amazing frame from Straunch behind the plate. And now our 2 are down. A walk would have brought another Ram runner home, but now with 2 outs, forced at any base, Buffs just looking to prevent the hit. One-0 delivery from the lefty. Walsh is inside. That ball hammered out to left center and over the head of the left fielder. That'll score 2 runs. Here comes a third, and the bases will be cleared. And the Rams out to a 16-2 lead. Big time bases clearing double. And Walsh knows he gave him a cookie.
holy cow, what a play there.
So after we have to change our camera battery, that'll bring up another Ram batter as he'll hit this one out to center. Should be a relatively easy play, and it is for the third out. Rams add 4 more. Buffs would need 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game from becoming a mercy rule ruling. And we'll be right back for that inning, the bottom of the 5th. So welcome back to Scott Carpenter Park. The Buffaloes' backs are against the wall in need of 5 runs in this bottom of the 5th to keep the game going. Tyler Time leading off with some very trendy walk-up music. That one seared over foul down the left side. So Time, the speedster, started at second base today. Struck out his first at-bat. Brian Lay continuing on the bump for the Rams and deals a strike. The count at 1-2. One-two pitch, foul away. We'll do it again. Time just got a piece of it, or did he not? He did not. So a strikeout. Second of the day for Time. And that will bring up Zach Andrews with the Buffs down to their last 2 outs.
The Buffs bench, what was once
First pitch, not quite sure. It looked like a strike to me, but we'll call it 1-0. There's a strike. Count is even to the outfielder. That ball hit really hard out to right field and over the head of the right fielder to the wall. There goes Andrews. He's settling into second. Really, really nice hit from the outfielder there for extra bases. And that will put a runner on second. Charlie Svenko now steps in. Pinch hit appearance for another outfielder. Swings and misses at the first pitch with a 1-out runner on second opportunity. That pitch in there, and it's quickly 0-2. for the Buffs, trying to scratch and claw their way back in it. Bounced right to the on-deck circle.
Both benches are pretty quiet here. They were very lively earlier in this game and earlier today, actually. The tension is high.
Well, you know, I've tended to notice these doubleheaders usually end pretty unenthusiastically as Svenko goes down swinging. Lay with the K. And now the Buffs down to their last out, and it'll be on Cash Mardos to keep this game going. Mardos at first base today, reached on a fielder's choice his first time up, and has also reached on an error. So the Buffs just trying to fight in this game as it's hit on the ground to third. Nasty hop, but a play is made, and that will do it. The Colorado State Rams take the second game of this doubleheader and win by a whopping score of 16-2. And that will do it here from Scott Carpenter Park as the Buffs took the game one 6-3. Buffaloes weren't able to complete the sweep as Chase Brickley with a nice performance on the mound along with some excellent hitting from the Rams split this series at 1 apiece. Teams will shake hands despite their rivalry. It's been a really fun, competitive atmosphere here at Scott Carpenter Park. And what are your final thoughts, Kieran?
Well, Harrison, today was just, it's a mix of both. I mean, the Buffs came out dominant in that first game, leading by a score of, I believe they scored I think they scored 4 of their runs just in the first inning. And holy cow, the Rams completely flipped the circle in the second game, and they scored 7 runs in that first inning, just dominating. So both teams, they came out strong, and as both of these games progressed, they lost a little bit of their fire. But hey, split series. If you're the Buffs, you're gonna walk away from this just happy with even though it's a split series, you're gonna walk away happy with the way you played this weekend, and that this was a tough second game for them to play, and but overall, great weekend here out at Scott Carpenter, despite how cold it was this morning, and finishing it off on a beautiful sunny afternoon.
So the Buffs move to 5-3 on the fall season. Rams take the victory in the second game, move to 6-3, and the Buffs have a week off, but will be back on November 1st and 2nd for their final series of the fall season against Metropolitan State, a Division II opponent, or actually, rather not. That'll be another Mid-America West showdown. But I wanted to thank everyone that helped out with today's broadcast. Just off the top of my head, Remy, Ryan, Aspen, taking some great photos. We got Colby Wyatt, Liam Howard, Nick Evans on the graphics, Balin Weisup, and alongside Kieran Warger, I'm Harrison Simeon saying good night or good afternoon from Scott Carpenter Park, and you heard it here first.